Hey guys, hope you all have been well. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title, today's going to be a review. I don't do reviews all that often on my channel anymore, but I felt like this one deserved its own video. So today we're going to be reviewing the NARS Sunkissed Bronzing Cream, and I ended up getting my shade in Laguna. This is one of my favorite bronzers in powder form of all time. So when I saw that this came out, I had to pick it up. So this is what the component looks like. The actual jar is like a frosted plastic, and the top kind of has this gold finish. It is reflective. You're definitely gonna get fingerprints on it. And this is what the product looks like. I know a lot of people were wondering how this would fare in comparison to the Chanel Soleil Tandy Chanel. My personal opinion, in comparison to the original formula, this is definitely a darker product. And I've already filmed the application process, and I can confirm that it will show up on complexions, maybe one or two more than the Chanel one would. Now for this video reference, I would like to make note that I am an NC 35 to an NC 37 in MAC. I would say that about an NC 42 would be kind of the peak of the product, having enough depth to show up on the cheeks. I'm not saying it won't work for anyone higher than that, but I think that's definitely going to be the sweet spot in terms of actual differentiation between complexion and product. I did check back on the Nordstrom website last night, and this product is currently out of stock. However, I'm very confident that NARS is going to take that as we need to make more and sell more, because there is a want for the product. So just give them some time. If it's not currently available on other websites that you're able to purchase NARS from. This product comes with 0.67 ounces or 19 grams of product. I think, maybe it's just me, but if it's just for a sole individual use, like just for yourself, that is more than enough product to get you through the entirety of the jar without it going bad. I felt like the Chanel one was a bit too much product, in my opinion. I didn't end up finishing it before I ended up getting rid of it, and still then I probably had a little over half of it left. In this video, you're going to find the application of the product. I'm going to compare it to the Lancome foundation stick as well as the Fenty Beauty matchstick. I will end up showing you how I apply it all over my face, and then I'm going to apply some products on top to see how they layer with each other. So that sounds like a video you're interested in. I hope you decide to stay tuned. Let's get straight into it. So again, here we have the unit, and it is an open jar. Just based on the way I'm looking at it, this is definitely a darker shade than the Chanel Soleil Tandy Chanel. I'm going to be using the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. This is generally the brush that I use to apply my cream products. Just dabbed it in a couple of times right down the center. And I would normally like brush off a little bit of excess, but we're just going to see how it applies straight on. You can definitely see the pigment on there. Yeah, this is definitely a darker shade than the original Soleil Tandy Chanel, but it really blends out very well. You saw how well that blended out, and that's just a really tiny amount. I don't normally go very dark with my cream bronzers because I do go in with a powder as well, but just for video purposes, let's see how we can build it up. Again, I'm just pouncing in twice and I'm getting really good payoff. So this is not as balmy as the Soleil one was. With the Chanel one, I definitely felt a bit of that like a balmy consistency, whereas this feels very much like a cream. There we go. You can see like the difference. Look at that. You see the difference contouring can make. Look at how much more structured and like sucked in my face looks. And if you didn't catch what I was doing, I was blending pretty much from the base of my cheekbones, and I made sure to blend up. Now that we have this on, I kind of spoken about how it compares to the Chanel one. Now what I'm going to do is actually show you and compare the Fenty matchstick as well as the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation Stick, which are two other options that I have for cream bronzers. So I'm going to start off with the matchstick, and this one here is in Mocha. This is the shade right there. And this one I have been using probably the most out of these two that I'm going to be swatching on this side of my face. I'm just wiping off the excess, making sure I don't have that product on the brush. Here we go, just taking it on my brush. Same application, I kind of dot it on and then I blend. And as you can tell from here, you see there's a lot more red in this mocha shade, whereas the NARS one is truly like a neutral. For me, the Fenty one is pretty much a matte formula. It goes pretty flat after I apply it, and truly if I wanted to, I don't even really have to powder so much over it. Like you can see the high points of my cheeks still being very glossy from my foundation, and then this looks pretty flat. Whereas this, I wouldn't say that it's creamy. I would say it's more satin finish in comparison to the Fenty one. So you can see more of that redness in this shade and more of a neutral warmth on this side. So there's the comparison in color and in finish. All right, so here we are back with a blank canvas, and this is going to be the next stick that I use. I use the shade Suede in this one. Again, I cleaned off my brush and just going to apply it. I know for a fact that this is going to be a lot more creamy because it is a foundation. It's going to have a little bit more glow. It's going to be a little bit easier to blend. Yeah, definitely a lot easier to blend than this one, but for my oily skin I would want something like this. But as you can tell, the color, I mean, they're pretty identical. I think this has a little bit more of that like orange warmth, whereas this is, I mean, it's pretty dead on neutral. But you see that like the gloss on it, the kind of glow, it goes from my foundation all the way through to this product. So there's definitely a lot more of that creaminess and hydration with this product in comparison to this one. So there you have the comparisons with my current cream products. Let me get the NARS on this side as well, and we will do the rest of the face. So now what I'm going to do is show you how it applies when I do my forehead. So I like to just go on the parameters of my face, and from there I blend. And don't forget to blend into your hairline, because that's when you'll really notice the separation of color. So really blend in there. And I like to put it on my forehead because I have a large forehead, first of all, and secondly, my forehead is naturally darker than the rest of my face, so I want to make sure that I still look like myself. Now I'm going to show you how this works as a contour for my nose, since I generally do that. And the brush that I normally use for this step is the Deluxe Crease Brush from Real Techniques. So I kind of dab. Woo! A lot of product. Sides of my nose. So yeah, what I've been noticing is like when you stamp it on, it looks like it's going to be a lot of product, but it blends out very well. There we go. Now let's see how this is going to work after I set it. So I'm going to use my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, and I use the shade in Transparent. This one here. The color isn't moving. It's staying in place and it still shows through. So since we're testing out Laguna, I figured it'd be smart to use the Laguna bronzer in the powder formula to see how they apply on top of each other. So this is what the powder version looks like. So I'm going to take my Sephora brush. This is a Pro Angled Blush Brush number 49. And I'm just going to take that lightly, again tapping in, excess off, and let's just build on top of that. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, they go very nice together. A really true bronze. So applying it again, same areas on my forehead that I applied the cream on. That's such a good combo. Look at that. It's perfect bronze, literally. So there we have all of the bronzer completed. Okay, NARS, I think you're onto something. Holy crap. Like, I absolutely love this combo. It's so pretty. So just kind of like run through from what I remember with the Chanel Soleil Tande Chanel. I felt like that was more of a balmy consistency, where I feel this one is more of like a true cream. In comparison to Fenty, Fenty is more matte. This finish is a little bit more satin. And so in comparison to the Lancome one, Lancome was definitely creamy. It's foundation. And again, this is more of a satin finish. And I love the combination with the bronzer. Game changer. You're definitely gonna be seeing a lot more of this in my videos. I'm gonna use it a lot more, see how it continues to work, but it's just the perfect shade for me and what I like on my complexion. It's a very good like neutral warm, and it's not heavy on my cheeks. I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. I'm in love. I don't know how well it's gonna last on my face, but I wouldn't use a cream on a normal basis just to go out and about. This is more of like camera or like special events type of makeup. But guys, I'm like seriously in love with just the right, it's just the right amount. Annabelle approved. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. I hope you enjoyed this first impression kind of comparison with other products. And if you are interested in picking it up, just give all the websites a little bit more time. I cannot imagine that they're not going to restock this. I just can't. It went out of stock pretty quickly, and I'm sure that that's going to give NARS a heads up, like more people want it. If you're interested in the entirety of my makeup look here, please be sure to check me out on Instagram. It'll be the first link in the description box down below, where I post a photo of all my makeup looks along with all the products in the caption. Till the next video, I hope you all are doing well, taking great care of yourselves. I will see you all next time. Bye guys.